Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Caroline. I'm asking you to please give my videos a thumbs up, subscribe to my videos, share my videos so others can be blessed, leave comments, I appreciate them very much, and click the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. If you do all this here, YouTube will notice me even more. I'm just going to be talking in general today, and this video here has to talk about when I was a kid. When I was a kid growing up, I grew up in the 60s, and times were easier back then when I was growing up, but kids were allowed to be kids. Kids were allowed to play in the yard, run through the sprinklers that went back and forth or popped up out of the ground and just run, have fun and get wet. Girls, they played hopscotch and jacks and played with their dolls, and boys, they played cowboys and Indians. They had their cowboy hats, their little badges, a little holster with a pop gun, and it was just a pop gun. There wasn't nothing to it. And other boys had the headdress or the feathers that they wore when Indians, and they had their Indian stuff, and they had it was like a horse's head with a stick, and I used to ride that and have fun. Children was also allowed to ride back in the back of a pickup truck, with friends and family, going places. And yeah, the tailgate was up, of course, but we were allowed to do it. You didn't when I was going, I didn't have to wear seatbelts unless my mom or my dad asked me to wear one. Okay, that's with them. But it wasn't mandatory to wear a seatbelt. And where I lived in Las Vegas, Nevada, growing up, I learned right from wrong. I learned to speak the truth and not tell a lie. Because if I told a lie, I would get the hand on my keister, okay, or the belt on my keister for lying. And basically, we were taught to look both ways when we would cross the street. It was just ordinary common sense to do that there. And nowadays, we don't have all that common sense like we did when we were growing up as kids. I remember riding my bicycle on the sidewalk in our neighborhood, going to school, walking to school with my friends. Being a kid, I had a good time being a kid, because there wasn't a lot of pressure when I was growing up as being a kid, like the pressure that is today being a kid. I wasn't allowed to wear makeup at the age 10 like girls are today. We didn't have cell phones. We had a rotary dial phone. You had to dial the number before you even can make a call. you had a receiver that you held to your ear. Okay, you had one that you can hear, and the other one was when you talk, they can hear you speak. Okay, that and the phone rang, and if nobody picked up on the other end, that means they weren't home. Okay, they were out somewhere. We didn't have call waiting or call forwarding. We didn't have none of that stuff. Not like today. It's like, here, I'm sitting here in my living room. Well, actually, my dining area facing my living room, and I'm using my cell phone to record a video, to upload the video. I didn't have none of that stuff back then, because when we communicated, we wrote letters. We mailed them in the mailbox. We talked over the phone. Excuse me. Just in general stuff. And I'm not saying that there wasn't any bad things happening when I was growing up, but it wasn't talked about. It was hush hush a lot of times. And that's what it was. It was such a different time growing up. You know, if I had to ask permission to go somewhere, I never told my mother or my father at all. I'm going over my friend's house. No way. Oh no, absolutely not. Hey, I'm not saying that I didn't. Hey, my mother and my father, sometimes they backhanded my mouth if I spoke to them like that. Today's kids have no respect for themselves. They have no respect for their family or friends. And today is awful. You don't have the freedom as when I was growing up. And when you don't have it. Because when my father told me that I had to be home before dark, before the street lights came, I better be home, or I better call and say, I am on my way home. And yeah, I was taught how to have respect for my parents, have respect for myself. But today, you have young boys that wear their pants right in the middle of their keister or right below their keister, showing their derriere. Oh no, that wasn't even called for when I was growing up. When a boy or a girl they dressed to where their body was covered. Okay? And they have respect for themselves. Kids today, not necessarily all kids, don't get me wrong. In general, a lot of kids do not have any respect for themselves. Not at all. They backtalk their parents. They say, talk to the family because the face ain't listening. Excuse me. And that's just, no. If I was asked to call when I got there, all I was gonna do is to say, okay, Mom, I'll call when I got there. I go home. I asked my the mother who was there if I can use the phone. I called my mom and I said, I'm here. And when I went out with my friends, a group, and it was nice back then. Things were like really cheap, you know. It was like when I went to the matinee with my friends, I had $5. Okay, it was 50 cents for each movie. Okay, so I paid $1. And then the rest of the money I had left over, it was to buy what I needed to buy at the theater. Okay, one of those big tubs of popcorn cost $1. I mean, one of those, and a big drink cost about 50 cents to 75 cents, depending on the size you got. You know, it was really cheap. The whole money you had was just enough. That it was simple. You know, it was nice growing up. You know, now today, children, they got so much peer pressure on them. And it's hard for children these days because a lot of them don't have any structure. They don't know how to say please or thank you or may I. You know, and it's sad. It hurts my heart. It's like each day children go out. They don't ask, like I said, they don't ask, they go. They say, I'm going over here. Now they take a cell phone and they can lie where they are. Or lie what they're doing. You don't know if they're telling the truth or not. Because they're not taught to tell the truth. They'd rather believe a lie than to believe the truth. They figure, oh, I can lie. My parents won't know that I'm lying. My parents did. Okay. And you don't think that your parents today don't? Oh, don't fool yourself. You know, because if my parents knew I was telling the truth or if I was lying, you know, they knew, and they know now. Trust me, they still do know. And there's a lot more on this subject. I can go on for a very long time, but learn to have respect for your elders. Learn to have respect for your peers. Learn to have respect for yourself. Learn these things. Learn these things. Because it's important to learn to tell the truth. Tell your parents where you're going. You know, be truthful to yourself. But I enjoyed growing up being a kid. I enjoyed having a good time. My biggest I like to do on Saturdays is watch cartoons. That was my favorite. Well, like I said, there might be more on this subject. I will talk about maybe here in another video. But y'all have a very good day, a very blessed day. What I'm asking again is to please give my videos a thumbs up, subscribe to my videos, share my videos, leave comments, and ring the notification bell so you'll know when I'm gonna upload a new video. Y'all have a great day, a blessed day. Love you all. Bye.